a junior at Segerstrom High School, and I am part of the sauna action team. And I have one story of empowerment and one of disempowerment. First, empowerment, because it's better than the other one. But I remember in 9th grade geometry, we had this teacher named Mr. Q, and he was really cool. He was really funny, and he always taught, and he always took the time to explain things to the class. And one of the things I remember the most is when, after every test, he would sit down for the whole class, and he would say who got an A, who failed, and he would always play the A-Team song for the people who got the A. That was really funny. And then he would make you feel really, really bad if you failed. But he would never disencourage you. He would always tell you that I'm there to help. And he would always share personal stories of how he wants to succeed in life, and he would always give us life stories. And that's going to be one of the teachers that I always remember, because he made us feel that any of us could do anything, and that he'll be there to support us, and that he'll remember us. And yeah. And the other not so good story, I remember because it happened last year. And it was around finals week in January, and I remember because our school, they release us at 12:30. And since my school is right by the elementary school, I usually go and wait over there to pick up my little sister, since it's a 2-hour difference. And my other friend also has siblings that go there, so we usually sit there and wait together. So one day while we were there, we were sitting there, and I guess something had happened to her because she started crying. So I was holding her like this with her head on my shoulder. And for some reason, the office administration, one of the ladies comes out. She's like, "Girls, can you please stop the PDA?" And I'm like, "PDA? I don't know what that is." And then my friend got embarrassed because she knew it was public display of affection. And right after that, we're like, whoa, we weren't doing anything. She was nice about it. She left it at that, and then she went back inside. So we're there laughing about the whole situation when the principal comes out with the vice principal. And the principal's had issues with my mom before, so she's had a lot of complaints about her, but she comes out and she has this very dominant composure, and she comes over and she tells us she's not being nice about it or anything. And while my other friend, she feels scared, so she's not saying anything. And I told her, I'm sorry if I come off as rude, but we weren't doing anything in my defense. And we left it at that. She left, and it was Friday. We went home on the weekend. We thought everything was good. We pinged back in school on Monday, nothing. But on Wednesday, in our class, the security comes, and he tells us, he escorts us to the office, like if we were criminals or something. So we go, and we're both sitting there, and they had us wait there for 2 hours. While the principal was walking around, the vice principal, I guess just to make us wait and feel bad. So they bring us into the office, and the assistant principal is being kind of a jerk, and he's sitting there and he's saying, okay, explain your story. So we both explain it, and then after that he just starts bashing on us. And he immediately asks, are you guys gay? Because I guess the PDA with 2 girls, that's the first question he asks. We're like, no. And then he goes on and on about how we were wasting our time and should have been doing something better, and how supposedly we were rude, and that the other principal wrote this big email. So we're like, okay, we weren't doing anything. And in the email, I guess she wrote off about me that I was being rude and defiant, so he was more mad at me. And then he said, okay, well, the principal's going to come and decide if you're expelled or not. But it was only me, because then again, I was the only one who was talking to the principal in my defense. So I'm like, okay. And then after that, he makes us call our parents. He doesn't call them. He makes us call them on our own cell phones. So our parents are worried, and then they have to come and, I guess, talk to them. So while we were in the room, we shared our story. He was very, very rude, and he wouldn't let us talk. But it was totally different when my mom came in the room, because he let her talk and he actually took the time to listen. And while my mom's really, really mad because she believed me, she was there, and we weren't doing anything. And only then, when she was arguing with him, then he reduced the punishment to just a Saturday school. from expulsion to suspension to Saturday school. And that was it. I guess my mom argued. She scared him into it. My other friend, on the other hand, her mom came and she didn't speak English. So while she was in the room with the principal, she told me later that they did not get a translator so that the mom could understand what was going on. And her mom was scared and she was crying hysterically. They did not get an interpreter. And they didn't let them speak. They just basically ranted on about it and assumed we were gay. So yeah, they kept us there for 2 hours. We both missed one period of class. And then they sent us on our way. And that was it. I've never seen them treat anyone else like that. I guess just because they thought we were gay or something. Or because we were both girls or whatever, but yeah, very unfair. Yeah. And that's it.